Well, welcome back, Red Shoes Diary. I hope you've had a good week. I have. I'm trying just to, look at the background. That's down close to the house. I changed oil on the bike today, which sometimes you gotta keep going back to the book to find something. Then when you look at the book and the way it looks on the bike, it don't look the same. So you gotta go back to the book to get the directions. I guess sort of like going back to the Bible. Sometimes we gotta go to it, get the directions. But, last little bit this week, a lot of past week, people I know passed away and stuff. A friend of mine passed away this past Saturday. Simple accident. Probably shouldn't have happened, but it was a simple one. He was doing something he probably shouldn't, but us old men have a habit of doing stuff we ain't supposed to be doing. And a little misstep, he next time he woke up, he's up there talking to the good Lord. And, we talk about it all the time, how we go, like I was at went up funeral home yesterday, a different one, friend. It was a friend of mine's dad passed away, so I went and seen them. They just talked about, going to do the preaching and stuff. And I always heard as years ago, people talk about, preach your own service before you ever pass away. Preach it. Live a life that's done show people. This gentleman that passed away, that's why I look at him. He was a good, solid, thick man. When I think of him, I think of an oak tree. Solid, sturdy. The type of man, if he grabbed a hold of you or whatever he grabbed a hold of, something was going. Something was moving. Trust me. He's just a very stout, country stout, strong man. Good man. Called him before, helped him trying to deliver a calf. Couldn't. He come down there and helped with me. And another time, he just drove by and said, over in the field. Cow had a calf, her wound come out. He stopped, come over and helped us with it, got it back in, sewed her up, fixed her. Just a good man. He left that behind a solid man. I never know him to anger. Now, I'm not saying he didn't ever get angry or how he conducted himself. Around me, he never did. I always had a smile, talk, laugh, something or other, And from my understanding, testimony. And I think about that a lot. How what you preaching? What are you putting out? When people around you, they see you smiling, laughing. You see somebody down, you go speak to them, try to encourage them, lift them up. What is it you're doing? Or are you a type that holds on to anger? You wrap it around yourself, and everybody sees you. Everybody knows you're mad, you're hurting, you feel bad, and I'm suffering, so everybody else is suffering. Is that something? Is that what you're leaving behind? Is that what people see? Is it short-tempered, or somebody won't step out of the way for nobody? Gets angry, says stuff, spits stuff out in anger, goes on with their life because they just don't care. And people get where we don't want to be around people like that, So my question is, what you preaching? What kind of life you leave behind? What are you living for your kids, your family, friends, loved ones? What are you leaving behind? Preach your sermon while you're still living. Let people know, whether we like it or not, we're trying to be Christ-like. Look at all the things that he went through. You had to be tough on patience and stuff. And sometimes you ain't no doubt them 12 disciples definitely he probably won't pop them upside the head every now and then. That's just honest truth. But all these things, what are we leaving behind? Hopefully when my time's gone, kids can be proud, People can tell them something I've done, something I made them laugh about. maybe good stories, maybe know that I always loved. You know, when I make mistakes, I do. I screw up, do stupid stuff. I want to be able to apologize to people and be heartfelt about it. Say, hey, you know, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. You know, we stopped at church the other day about apologize to people. Everybody does it on phones, you know, or calls, whatever. And man says, you know, if you really want to apologize, he goes, look, go to that person wherever they're at and look them in the eye. You know, really face these people eye to eye and apologize. You know, that's something to think about. And that's probably one of the hardest things we can do, people. It's hard to look people in the eye if we've done wrong by them. They like it out, they'll humble you. Yeah. Maybe it make you feel a little more sorrowful, make you think twice about your words, your actions. I don't know, folks. That's just the way I look at it. I hope it helped you some. I don't know where all this will ever go, folks. But if it makes you take time, think about the good Lord. Think about your own actions. If it makes you take time to pick up your Bible and read a little bit, maybe get on your knees at night. Maybe that's all this is supposed to be about, folks. I can't answer that. I don't know. It says all things will, you know, be shown once after my time. I'm sure the Lord will show me. And I'm sure there's a whole lot of stuff I've done that it didn't sit right with him either. But hopefully I've done better. I ask forgiveness for all of it. He don't keep records, we do. Old devil does. He'll torment you forever. Anyway, folks, I hope you've had a great week. Like I said, I got the oil change in the bike, so I'd take a little ride. So I rode down here to the dam. Thought I'd stop here a minute. I think I'll go find something to eat. Anyway, folks, wherever you at, whatever's going on, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you had a great week, and I hope the week coming up's even better. This weather stuff's held here, been beautiful, and hopefully it'll continue. Anyway, folks, may the good Lord take a life to you, not too soon. As always, Austin.